On this vote, the yeas are 63, the nays are 36. The 60-vote threshold having been achieved, the bill is passed.
After weeks of negotiations and questions, the U.S. Senate tonight passing the debt ceiling bill. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Let's get started. That 63-36 vote to fend off the U.S. defaulting happening just within the last few hours tonight. It comes just days before the nation was about to experience an unprecedented and potentially damaging default. The compromise package negotiated between President Joe Biden and House Speaker Kevin McCarthy leaves neither Republicans nor Democrats fully pleased with the outcome. Ahead of the vote, lawmakers led marathon debates about the compromise bill that would suspend the federal debt limit through early 2025. Senators sought a number of amendments, prompting a warning from the Senate Majority Leader, who vowed the chamber would stay in session until the bill passes. Party leaders vowed to get the bill to the president's desk before Monday. That's when the Treasury Department says the government would run out of money. Lawmakers from both Washington and Idaho sharing their reaction to the vote tonight, including Senator Patty Murray of Washington tweeting, "I just voted to avoid default that would have decimated our nation's economy. This is absolutely not a bill I would have written. It fails to meet our current moment, and it will limit our investments in families and our country's future. Investments I will keep fighting to protect." Meantime, Idaho Senator Jim Risch tweeting tonight saying, quote, "Idahoans live within their means by making responsible financial decisions for their families. The federal government should do the same. This debt ceiling increase puts a Band-Aid on a hemorrhage, and we will be in the same situation again and again until we address the federal government's underlying spending problem." Well, new tonight, the Spokane Police Department is showing us how officers are enforcing a new city ordinance which makes public drug use illegal. KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk showing us some of the new body cam video released just today. Kyle?
Well, the new ordinance gives police the authority to arrest people they witness using drugs in public, but they still can't enforce drug possession in small amounts. That will change, however, in less than a month when new state drug laws go into effect.
Hello, Spokane Police. Drop the fentanyl right on the ground, please. Drop it. Thank you.
Spokane police officers see it all the time. People using dangerous illegal drugs in public.
And you're using fentanyl to calm down from your meth high?
Yeah. Up until recently, there wasn't much they could do.
We'll just get past the "this isn't mine and I'm not smoking," okay? Let's just be mature adults. You were smoking it, right?
All that's changed now thanks to a new ordinance passed by city council members, giving officers the authority to arrest people if they witness the drug use.
So are you aware of the new ordinance in the city regarding drug usage?
Officers have the discretion to cite and release people like this woman who says she's just 19 years old.
You're being cited for use of a controlled substance in the public, okay? So community court is all about trying to get people help.
Police say their main goal is holding people accountable while directing them to services.
Would you like to get clean?
Well, yeah, I would.
Okay, that's something we can help you with. I mean, we have lots of resources here.
This man was arrested. Police say jail versus a citation depends on circumstances, jail capacity, and officer staffing. The new ordinance does not give police the authority to crack down on small amounts of drug possession. However, that will change July 1st when the new state drug laws go into effect. Police now warning people of what's to come.
And with the state laws, both offenses are considered a gross misdemeanor. According to SPD, 62 people have been arrested for open drug use in the last 3 weeks. Mark.
All right, Kyle, thank you very much. And now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. Tonight we are learning more about how former Spokane County Sheriff's Deputy Craig Chamberlain died. The Spokane County Medical Examiner ruled his cause of death was hypertensive cardiovascular disease with atrial fibrillation, which is heart disease. His manner of death has been ruled as natural. Court documents obtained by KREM 2 revealed that Chamberlain was also given a half of a fentanyl pill the night of his death, but no mention of the drug appears in the report. However, the sheriff's office is still investigating. Chamberlain was just 52 years old and served with the Spokane County Sheriff's Office for about 2 decades. Well, it is likely the last official word from North Idaho College before the fate over its accreditation is determined. KREM 2 obtained a copy of NIC's response to a peer evaluation report that could mean the end of that accreditation. The 3-page letter was sent to the Northwest Commission on Colleges and Universities, outlining several ways the NIC Board of Trustees is addressing concerns and trying to get back in compliance. Those changes included intensive training with consultants, as well as strides to work collaboratively with the college's president, Nick Swain, to create a, quote, sustainable environment of good governance. The NWCCU met June 23rd to review NIC's accreditation status. A decision could be made by July. And Schweitzer Mountain Resort has a new owner tonight. Denver-based Altera Mountain Company announced they bought the resort. The transaction is expected to close by the end of the year. The current president and CEO of Schweitzer will continue running operations. The addition of Schweitzer brings the new company's total to 17 year-round mountain destinations throughout North America. More than $100 million has been spent over the past 10 years to build the mountain as a premier ski destination. And that was your Night Beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just text us the word NIGHT to 509-448-2000 and we'll send them right to your phone. Well, after evading treatment for more than a year, a Pierce County woman with tuberculosis is now in police custody. She was detained at her home today and booked into a negative pressure room at the Pierce County Jail. The room's set up for isolation, testing, and treatment. A judge first ordered that she be detained back in January of last year. He issued a civil arrest warrant in March, and then in April he found her to be in contempt of the court orders after continuing to refuse treatment. There is currently no timeline for her release. Health officials do have the legal authority to seek court orders to isolate patients in cases like this. It is just the third time the Tacoma Pierce County Health Department requested a court order to isolate someone with TB in the past 20 years. Well, today marks the deadline to apply for the exemption to Washington's CARES tax before the state starts pulling money from paychecks. It is meant to pay for long-term care for Washingtonians, and it comes after years of challenges and delays. The program is set to move forward with deductions starting on July 1st and payouts starting in 2026. Meanwhile, one of the state's most vocal opponents of the WACARES program is now running for governor. State Senator Mark Mullet announced his candidacy this morning. He is a small businessman who has represented the 5th District since 2012. Mullet says he'll focus on affordable housing, the rising cost of living, and public safety. He joins 3 Democrats who also announced their candidacy for governor, Attorney General Bob Ferguson and State Lands Commissioner Hillary Franz. On the Republican side, Dr. Raul Garcia of Yakima and Richland School Board member Semi Bird are also both running. Well, it is Thursday night, but we are already looking forward to the weekend. So let's get straight to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy LeGouf to give us a peek of what we can expect. Jeremy?
Just a little one. You don't get a full one. You just get like a slight look. Let's talk about it though. Right now, we sit at 66 degrees here in town. Quite a bit warmer than last night, and notice the difference? Ooh, how about this? Dew point climbs just a little. That gives us a little atmospheric moisture. It traps heat really well. And then see the cloud right next to the 66? A little bit of cloud cover sliding in. Sorry, I just kicked a thing under my desk. I got too excited. Basically, cloud cover. Yeah, I am excited about it. Little radar feedback, but as we zoom out, watch what happens. Remember that moisture we talked about earlier this evening? Well, if you're just joining us now for the first time, we talked about some moisture moving through Oregon. Now that's making its way up to the border. It doesn't make it to us, but it slides some cloud cover overhead by Friday morning. That cloud cover right there plays a big role in our temperatures not getting quite as cool. So we're not dropping into the mid-40s tonight. I just don't think it's going to happen. And notice tomorrow, the forecast models now trim off that moisture that was showing up earlier over Idaho. I knew that would happen. Atmosphere just way too dry to get it. So unfortunately, we stay dry. Or fortunately, we stay dry. Still mostly sunny, high near 80, 84 on Saturday, 87 on Sunday. Well, I guess I actually just showed you the full weekend. For next week's forecast, stick around.
There's a tease for you right there, Jeremy. All right, thank you very much. In other news this evening, Spokane recently named one of the worst cities in the nation for potholes, and now a local teenager is on a mission to get as many of those hazards fixed. Spokane Valley Tech sophomore Isabella Peterson is working with a classmate to create a mobile app to let drivers report potholes. The app is called Pothole Go, and she has been getting it fine-tuned since her freshman year. Well, today she presented it at the trade show and of innovation being held at Spokane Valley Tech. An official date for that app to launch has not yet been set, but Peterson believes they are making progress and will be helping drivers soon.